Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The family Chantel. 10 reasons Pedro Jimeno should have counted his blessings and stayed with Chantel Everett. The breakup was a bad move. Sooner or later, Pedro Jimeno from the family Chantel may regret ending his relationship with Chantel Everett. He was in his mid-20s when he met Chantel, a Georgia native, through a mutual friend. Pedro was charmed by Chantel's personality and soon entered a relationship with her. Within a few months of dating, Pedro made the decision to marry Chantel and moved to the United States. He invited Chantel to the Dominican Republic, and she applied for his K-1 visa upon returning to the United States. Pedro and Chantel appeared in 90 Day Fiancé Season 4 to televise their romantic journey. Pedro and Chantel initially faced many challenges. Chantel didn't inform her family that she had invited Pedro to the United States on a K-1 visa, leading to drama later. Fortunately, Pedro's in-laws didn't escalate the situation. Although they were skeptical of Pedro's intentions, they welcomed him into the family. Pedro and Chantel tied the knot in 90 Day Fiancé Season 4 and seemed to be starting off well due to shared goals. They even secured a spin-off, The Family Chantel, which featured their adventures, arguments, and family drama. Pedro and Chantel seemed to be a good match, but their family issues caused their marriage to fall apart. In 2022, Pedro started to distance himself from Chantel, causing her great pain. He confessed that he no longer loved her and wanted out of the marriage so he could focus on his new job as a real estate agent. Pedro made it clear that he had no intentions of trying to salvage their relationship. In The Family Chantel Season 4, Pedro asked Chantel for a divorce. He quickly moved on, showing he was happier being single. His family members, specifically his mother, Lydia Morel, and his sister, Jimeno, were the root causes of constant family drama. Both women were always involved in every argument that unfolded on the show. Pedro's marriage suffered because Lydia and Nicole never accepted Chantel. The mother-daughter duo treated Chantel poorly, showing hostility towards her. They even verbally disrespected Chantel, pushing her to retaliate with the same negativity. If Pedro had been wise, he would have realized that Chantel was never the instigator. Instead, Lydia and Nicole sparked fights and created a negative atmosphere. Karen treated Pedro as if he were her own son, even embracing him after a public meltdown, showing him her unwavering support. Chantel's father, Thomas Everett, also played a patriarchal role by offering advice, knowledge, and experience. Chantel's siblings, Winter and River Everett, welcomed Pedro into the family. Unfortunately, Pedro's sister didn't treat Chantel well. Pedro's recent Instagram posts suggest that he feels lonely in the United States, a feeling that may be alleviated if he still had the support of his in-laws. Pedro may soon regret breaking up with Chantel because she was truly committed to him. While most people desire a trustworthy partner, not everyone is fortunate enough to have a significant other who is dedicated to them. Pedro was very fortunate to have someone like Chantel, who put a lot of effort into the relationship. She went above and beyond to make their marriage successful. Not only did Chantel pay for Pedro's visa and other expenses, but she also supported him in becoming independent in the United States. She even visited her unsupportive mother-in-law when Pedro backed out of the marriage. Pedro may never be able to find a wife as kind and caring as Chantel. In The Family Chantel Season 4, Pedro accused Chantel of being lazy and uninspired, claiming she lacked the determination to achieve success and therefore was incompatible with him. As of December 2024, Chantel has become more successful than ever before. She is now an independent nurse at a luxury cosmetic clinic, showcasing her hardworking nature and passion for her job by sharing content online. Chantel's achievements disprove Pedro's negative assessment of her and suggest that his criticisms may have stemmed from feeling deserving of someone better. If Pedro had given Chantel a chance, he would likely have a successful wife by his side today, fulfilling the partnership he believed he needed most. Over the last 2 years, Pedro has been unsuccessful in finding a suitable partner. He also failed to impress his longtime friend, Kurema Morla, who has chosen another man over him. Now that Pedro has been single for a while, it's time for him to realize that Chantel is his best partner. She not only brought him to the United States, but she also supported him for years. If it weren't for Chantel, Pedro wouldn't have been able to fulfill his American dream. If Pedro had kept Chantel by his side, he would have been even more successful than he is today. He would have achieved bigger goals with his wife's and her family's support. Pedro would be far more notable if he had remained with Chantel. On his own, he is a real estate agent based in Georgia with a limited portfolio. He's simply a 90-day fiancé alum with no current TV presence. However, if Pedro had stayed with Chantel, his success, popularity, and relevance would have been much greater. Together, Pedro and Chantel were an iconic couple, even having their own reality TV show. If they had stayed together, they would still be just as famous. They would have a yearly show, a large fan following, and a great number of opportunities. They would be more well-known than other couples from the show, such as Lauren and Alexei Bravarnik, or David Toborowski and Annie Swan. Pedro's recent social media posts suggest that he's experiencing financial difficulties. He recently hinted that he couldn't visit his aunt in the Dominican Republic because of the expensive airfare. Additionally, Pedro posted a photo of the new Audi car, implying that he can't afford it. Now that Pedro's facing financial challenges, he may be realizing what he lost by divorcing Chantel. He not only lost a wife or in-laws, but also the opportunity for a better married life in the United States. The couple had acquired many assets together, including a beautiful home and a joint bank account. If Pedro had remained with Chantel, he would likely have more money now. The way Pedro broke up with Chantel damaged his public image. He started by abruptly ending their marriage, cutting off communication, and causing Chantel to feel depressed. After months of emotional torment, Pedro escalated to accusing Chantel of laziness, starting arguments, and becoming angry when she tried to resolve issues. He became increasingly cold towards Chantel, hurting her and undermining her efforts for him. Ultimately, he asked for a divorce. His actions turned many viewers against him, permanently tarnishing his image. Although years have passed since Pedro's split from Chantel, he continues to receive negative remarks and hateful comments on his posts. Despite being single for years, many fans still believe Pedro cheated on Chantel, with some speculating that he slept with his boss to climb the corporate ladder. These cheating rumors have greatly diminished Pedro's chances of finding a good partner in the future. They have also encouraged fans to leave negative reviews on his business profile, affecting ratings. Pedro hasn't been able to clear his name, and the situation may prevent him from ever doing so. Pedro's father abandoned him at a young age, showing little concern for Pedro's mother, Lydia, and only focusing solely on himself. In a previous interview, Lydia revealed that Pedro's father left her with no choice, stating, "I remember that their father went back to his wife, and I didn't want to live a life like that of a life of loneliness, right?" Pedro's unresolved issues with his father likely contributed to his self-centered behavior, causing him to mirror his father's actions more than he would have liked. Pedro disrespected his marriage by prioritizing himself, leaving Chantel, and breaking the vows. Instead of attempting to resolve the marital issues, the family Chantel alum took the easy way out, following his father's footsteps.